Hi, this is Angie Dearth from Inland Professional Title, and we have been talking about seller financing. We are on our fourth week. The first week we talked about seller financing in general, what it's all about, also known as creative financing. Then we talked about note and deed of trust, then real estate contract, and this week we're going to talk about escrow collection. So primarily what happens is we have a real estate agent, and I kind of like to look at it as a triangle. So we have the real estate agent who has created the paperwork. Then we next have the real estate closer who interprets that paperwork and actually prepares the documents and records. Then it goes to escrow collection, this third entity who now services what these documents say. They will take in the monthly payments each month, they will compute it, and then they will send the payments out as directed. So they're that independent third party that is computing the interest rates, coming up with the balances, holding the money for reserves, for taxes and insurance, managing the money part. And then they also have another function. They hold the original fulfillment deeds. So remember when I talked about the note and deed of trust, how we have a note prepared by the closer, and then we have a deed of trust that is recorded. The fulfillment document on a note and deed of trust is a request for full reconveyance. And that is a document we have the seller sign at the closing table, and the original is sent with the original note, recorded trust deed, and then this fulfillment document, the request for full reconveyance. That is held in the escrow file until the note is paid in full, and then that is sent in for recording. On the real estate contract, we have the real estate contract that we record, and then a fulfillment warranty deed is held until the purchaser has paid the contract in full. And then the escrow holder will send that fulfillment warranty deed in for recording. So in one file you may have that request for full reconveyance, fulfillment, and then the other you'll have the fulfillment warranty deed. So there's always a document held by that private independent third party, the escrow holder, for the safekeeping of those documents. And so they are totally in control of money coming in, money going out, keeping track of how the payments are going, and then that final step when it's paid in full of clearing title, actually getting the documents that are held in escrow recorded. So on the deed of trust, it is no longer a lien against that purchaser's property. And on the real estate contract, title has finally passed to that purchaser and shows the contract is paid in full. Escrow collections play a very important part. They are that independent third party. So you pay an annual fee, and the annual fees are usually very inexpensive for the service that you get. Don't forget they're doing this monthly accounting and then holding of those documents. And they might do extra things for you, like having the reserve account, which is another nominal fee for handling reserves. So they're a pretty important part of this whole process. Now, we occasionally come to a transaction where a purchaser and seller say, no, we don't want to have to pay the services of an escrow holder. And the seller then will be responsible for holding those fulfillment documents for the whole term of the payments that are being made by the purchaser, and then accounting for those payments coming in from the purchase every month and doing the principal interest calculations and running that balance. So then at that point, when they finally pay it in full, the purchaser has to go to the seller and get those fulfillment documents. So it's nice having that independent third party, because another thing the seller is totally responsible for is to report to the IRS at the end of the year. And you do a 1099 or a 1098 on how much interest you paid or how much interest you received. So that would be up to the seller, or in the event of using escrow collection, your escrow collection company is totally in charge of that. So that's another beauty of what they do for that nominal fee. So I hope this helps clear up seller financing a little bit. I gave you some real basics on it, but do not hesitate to give me a call if you have any questions. Thank you.